Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of Zero Time Dilemma. Last episode, we were basically, yeah, we just started the series, started the game. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it because I'm just like, we only did one episode of Zero Time Dilemma, and then a week later I was like, wait, I'm forgetting a lot of what we did. We did hit one of the endings, really randomly, and then we spent a good chunk of time just in cutscenes. We didn't really get too much choicing. We only had like one major choice, and then the other major choice is to select which team we wanted to stick with till the very end of whatever the ending may be. We do see a lot of familiar characters. I do think that that's what I've found in the last episode. But I also think that one of the biggest problems for me personally in this game is the quality of life of pausing during a cutscene, because you can't really pause in some reason. Maybe there is a button to press to pause, maybe. I don't know, but for me, they have keyboard controls? No, they don't have keyboard controls. I don't know what the X is. X is like controller controls, I think. Let me double check the controls here if I can. I don't think I can. What would be... It's not escape, not backspace, not tab, not shift, alt, control. Okay, so maybe you might try to press control during the cutscenes and see if it's if it actually pauses the cutscene, because I feel like the cutscene never gets paused enough, and if I need to take a break or do something like quickly to come back to it, I might have to re-record some of the scenes because I might miss something. Last episode was essentially an example of that. It's like I couldn't pause and I need to do something quickly, and then I was like, okay, you know what, screw it, I'll just let the recording go. And then I will just like come back and edit whatever I can to just make it work. So yeah, essentially whatever, you know. Anyways, enough talk. We were making a choice. Last episode we ended at a choice. We are here to decide who we need to execute, because it's kind of like the whole like, oh, we need to make sure the teams are whatever. I forget what the note said. What did the note say? What did the note say? The log might say something. Our single vote could cause the death of all of C team. Right. Okay. Yeah, because the idea is that everyone is doing a circulatory vote. So Q would vote for C. C would vote for us. Us, we need to vote for Q to keep something alive. I do want to try the unique value of it, I think. So I want to try to choose Q. Because I don't even get to know any of the character by chance, and suddenly I'm voting characters' deaths. So yeah, the rule was that like if we vote for one, the other team that has the most vote, which is only like up to 2, will get the death penalty, and one of the members of the crew has to die essentially. So yeah, let's use Q. I'm pretty sure Q is gonna die though, because I feel like if we chose Q, C would choose Q either way. It's just to play along. Because in Virtue's Last Reward, they did that too. Oh, I can pause. Okay, cool.
まあ妥当な選択だな。大丈夫でしょうか。
ガブの手紙が嘘でなければ。
今はただ信じるしかないだろう。
It's gonna not go the way.
ですよね。
It's not gonna go the way we want.
さて、これにて90分の活動時間を終えたことになる。次のゲームに備えてぐっすりと眠るといい。もっとも票を2票集めたチームが次のゲームに参加することはないが、最後に一つ、君たちは私の指示通りに投票を行ってくれた。そのことに対して褒美をやろう。今回は例外的に記憶消去薬を打たないでおく。したがって次に目覚めた時、生き残った者たちは自らの決断を悔いることになるだろう。君たちの一票がいずれか1チームの全員を殺したことになるのだから。
Okay.
では、良い夢を。
Oh. So strange that everyone collapses just so randomly. So the choices made, we won't see what the results are until we wake up, I guess, is what they're saying. Wait, what? I have to... Are you saying I have to, like, decide it by Wait a minute. How does this flow work? Can I not continue forward? Devoted Q team. Oh, this is... Oh, I'm a little bit why am I at the very beginning of the game again? It says you are here is the little box. I don't think you see my cursor, but on the other top left side of the screen, it says you are here is this little square box. It's essentially just that up there. Is that where we're at? I don't know. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to vote in order to open those paths forward. This is way more confusing than Virtue's Last Reward. I don't know. I'm a little bit more torn about this one now because it's like previous game was why is save here? What? Previous episode was like previous game, Virtue's Last Reward was at least coherent, but it was a lot more messier than 999. But now this is way more messier than Virtue's Last Reward and 999 combined. It's such a messy like structure. I don't know. This is like I don't even know how that looks like now because it's just like, huh? We're playing as everyone else just because we need to decide on who's gonna survive, I guess. So that means that we can choose to follow the circulatory vote, but I think that opens up one ending, and then the other thing would be to open up. But worst of all, oh, this is worse because if they're all doing the exact same thing about explaining about the rules or going through the rules again, I don't want to sit here for like 10 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I guess 5 to 10 minutes listening to the same rules like the other team did because that would just suck. So, okay, we voted for Team Q, right? I don't really care much about Team Q, but I know that Team Q probably has some unique aspect that's important to our story, so I probably don't know if that would be important. So I'll focus on just the old characters and then ignoring the new ones because I don't care too much right now about them, so... Like, that's how I feel personally with a lot of these characters, is that you're gonna just be playing as... you would technically be playing as the original characters and worrying about the original characters more than the new characters because you have almost nothing to care about for the new ones just yet until later. Personally thinking. So, yeah, let's go do it, I guess. Yep. Let's go through this fragment, I guess. Man, this is such a messy structure. But I heard that this game, Execution C. I do heard that this game is actually a lot shorter than the previous two, at least. I think that's the only granted value we got from Prep Room. That's the granted value we got from this whole game. Decontamination Room. I'm guessing they're showing us these rooms because these are the rooms are the rooms that we need to look through for information that will help the other side. Power Room. Infirmary. Oh, hey, Infirmary again. They have an MRI scanner there. Pantry, food. No kitchen. In the game room, I'm guessing.
はい。
Rec room.
行けるところは全部。
I do need to figure out if, give me a second, I want to say, but like I do want to know if Junpei is the same voice actor because I haven't actually heard him say much except for 1 or 2 sentences. But I don't think I can recognize the voice at all. I do recognize Akane's voice. Akane's voice is pretty much exactly the same voice actress anyways. It didn't sound like it changed much really, which is even funnier in my head.
Zero の言った通りだったな。
He does sound like...
X ドアを開かない限り、外へは出られそうもない。
Yeah, he does sound like Junpei still. Just a little bit.
投票の締め切りまであと50分か。
まさかするつもりですか、投票。
しないわけにはいかないだろう。棄権したら俺たち C チームに2票入って自動的に処刑だ。
でも
We've been through this twice now for these two, damn it.
なあ、これも実験の一環とは考えられないかな。D コムでの心理実験だよ。
ないな。
どうして？
あのマスクの男はゼロと名乗った。動機も目的もわからないが、奴は本気だ。
本当に。 どこか一チームを皆殺しにするっていうのか。
あ
あ。だけどどうやって。
このバングル中に麻酔薬が仕込まれてるって言ってただろう。眠ってる間にズドン、もしくはザクグサ。やり方なんていろいろある。
何か別のチームと連絡を取る手段があればいいんですけど。
連絡なんか取ってどうすんだよ。お願いだから C チームには投票しないでって頼むつもりか。
いえ、そうじゃなくて、票をばらけさせればいいんじゃないかと。
ばらけさせる？
だってゼロは言ってたでしょ。票を2票以上集めたチームが敗者だって。
なるほど。例えば C チームが D チームに、 D チームが Q チームに、 Q チームが C チームに投票すれば全チームの得票数は1票ずつになるから。
引き分けでどのチームも処刑されずに済むと。
問題はどうやってこのことを伝えるかだが。
Okay, so they kind of came to the same conclusion as what we saw in the other one, Lounge.
おいミラエリック
Really, are we doing this again?
ファイさん、シグマさん、聞こえませんか？
Can't believe they're doing that again.
ダメっぽいな。
くそ。
あかね、携帯形成場を返して呼びかけてみたらどうだ？
Again.
なんだよ携帯形成場って。
That's so strange though. Junpei's never been this. I guess his character in the first game wasn't this reckless. I feel like this feels like this is like a odd change up of characters. I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like Junpei is like either he's choosing to make himself an antagonist, an evil person, a person of being. He might be Zero. Would be great. Would be funny, great. But I doubt it because it makes no sense. He was literally sitting in the cell while the guy was the doctor, the plague doctor was like talking to us from another hallway thing. But I think that's kind of strange that Junpei just switches behavior worse than he did in the past two games. I'm just so confused with why the inconsistent writing here. Yeah, he's been like I don't care like strategy for so long now.
Let the game end where I treat to. どういう意味でしょう？
私が2人をトリートする場所でゲームを終わらせろ。トリートをどう解釈するかは難しいところだ。トリックオアトリートのトリートなら褒美をあげるとかおごるとかご馳走するって意味になるが、
トリートメントのトリートなら治療するとか手当てするって意味になりますね。
どっちにしろ何のことやらさっぱりだな。
おい、それよりこいつの方が気にならないか？
はこ？
Sorry, I realized the music is a little bit louder than usual. Oh wow, okay. Wait. Okay, I was like, the music is a little different for some reason, but I guess not. I guess it's kind of weird. The music is a little bit
何
louder
か
for
入って
me.
いるんでしょうか？
開けたら白い煙がもくもくっと。
玉手箱か？
知ってんのかよカルロス。
浦島太郎だろ？日本の昔話の。
Oh.
確か時間を飛び越える話だったよな。
フォースクイットボックスって書いてありますね。
強制終了箱？
キーボードもついてるな。
パスワードか何かを入力するのかも。
そいつを入力したら何かが終わる？
Maybe this...
何かってなんだよ。
ゼロが仕掛けてきたゲームとか。
待て待て、ゼロがそんなもん置いとくと思うか？
っていうか箱である必要がないよな。
They're gonna try to punch in some
やっぱ
random
りダメ
stuff.
ですね。
適当に押したところでどうにかなるってもんじゃないだろう。
Okay, so are we gonna go into the voting mode soon here, I guess?
で、どうするよ？
どうするも何も。
投票さっさと済ませちまった方がいいんじゃねえか。
順平くん。
大丈夫、まだ時間はある。
How long?
頼むぜ。リーダーはあんたなんだからよ。
Wait, don't we have the
それ
dog
にして
though?
もなんでこんなことに。二人とも何か心当たりは？
Oh, not again. Do you remember where we were last at? Oh god, we're now back into the weird questionnaire thing again. Okay. I mean, honestly, this whole thing has been just very quick. I think that's one of the things I'm a little bit concerned about is like we don't get a lot of talking points about each character's personality or person of past. Like I don't know anything about that lady that was the leader of the D team as much. So it's kind of like hard for me to remember what's going on with her. I mean, I know Carlos a little bit because he was the first guy to have some kind of talking point, but what is your relationship?
倉敷茜、天明寺順平。二人は日本人なんだよな。
And you are Carlos?
二人とも小さい頃は日本に住んでたんだろ。しかも小学校まで同じだった。いわゆる幼馴染ってやつで。
誰から聞いたんだよ。
シグマからだ。
Oh.
地上の実験施設 D コムでな。
Oh.
俺たちは全員あの施設で5日間も一緒に暮らしてきた。情報なんてすぐに伝わる。で、どっちから参加しようって言い出したんだ？
え？
D コムの実験だよ。一緒に申し込んだんだろ？
いえ、違います。私と順平くんは別々に。
おい、それじゃあ何か？二人は偶然 D コムで顔を合わせたっていうのか？
偶然じゃない。必然だ。カルロス、お前はなんで実験に？
言わなかったか？どうしてもまとまった金が必要なんだ。実験に参加したら報酬として50万ドルがもらえる。
What?
は
That's a
あ、
lot.
意外だな。正義のヒーローは金になんて興味がないと思ってたが。
正義のヒーロー？
お前消防士なんだろ？しかもかなり優秀な。これまでに幾多の危険を乗り越え、たくさんの人の命を救ってきた立派なヒーローじゃねえか。
Huh.
俺はただ勘が鋭いだけだよ。どんな現場だろうと直感でわかるんだ。死神が待ち構えてる道とそうじゃない道が。
Okay. So we find out that Carlos is a firefighter who saved a lot of people, but he's here because financial reasons. I guess that's a point of something. I guess. Give me a second. What the frick? What is actually? No, not give me a second. But I want to get to the menu because the music really is loud and hard for me to think a little bit. Like at times it does put me in the mood of the game, but for me it's like I'm gonna avoid it just in case for who is there? Give me a second. Music is a little bit distracting in my mind. Not to say that I don't like the music. The music is just very, very creepy-esque. But I guess I got used to having no music for a lot of the Zero Escape games that I was just like, or this was really low. But this music was a little bit too loud for me and it's distracting me a little bit. Not to say that it's a bad music, it's just, it does put you in the mood, but I just think personally, I think I sometimes lose focus because I'm like, it's creepy music while people are talking about serious matters or interesting information I would need to know about. So.
ゼロは一体何者なんだ？
正確に言うと2番目のゼロだけどな。
だとすると1番目がいるってことになるが。
ああ、いるよ。
知ってるのか？
まあな。さっき言っただろ。これとよく似た腕はバングルをはめられたことがあるって。1年前のことだ。俺と茜はある場所に閉じ込められてな。その時の犯人がゼロって名前だったんだよ。
でも今回のこととは何も関係がないと思います。
関係ないわけないだろ。
とにかく 信じてください。
だとさ。
Why is he pissed off about people being here? I don't know why Carlos is pissed that they've been here before. They've been in this situation twice now. Why are you surprised, Carlos? It's like you don't have the right to be pissed off, Carlos. It's not like this is like intentional that these two wanted to be here, you know? It just makes zero sense. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds I since the last time of playing Virtue's Last Reward, like 2-ish years have passed. Playing Zero Time Dilemma after that, I've found a set of movies called The Escape Room, I believe it was. That kind of has similar vibes where the main protagonists do return for the sequel. I really wish there was a third movie, but there isn't, unfortunately. It's like an escape room, I think, what was the movie? I think the movie was called Escape Room. It's kind of similar in this sense, but the difference is that it's more focused on being an escape room than a Zero Escape kind of thing, where Zero Escape focuses on like the numbers, the mystery being about like telepathy and time traveling and parallel universe stuff. Something more scientific-y in this game, but the movie series is more about like a game with personal characteristics of the characters trying to beat the game through their own personal trauma. But I think these two kind of have the weird sense that when people get pissed off about somebody's being revolved around a second time, like nobody gets to deserve the right to say that they have to be angry about being here again or being here for the first time. It just doesn't make sense, I think.
ゼロの目的は何だ?
Who knows?
ゲームをさせることだろう。ディシジョンゲームってやつを。
人類の存亡をかけたゲームか。
やっぱりそうなんだ。
茜、何か知ってるのか？
多分このゲームに負けたら死ぬことになるんだと思います。60億の人類が。
We'll die again.
それじゃあまさか D コムでシグマが言ってたことは。
このままでは60億の人類が死ぬことになる。
Can't believe it again.
ええ、本当なんです、シグマさんの話。レブリーシンドロームって聞いたことありませんか？原因不明の特殊な疾患。脳にも神経系統にも異常はないのに、あらゆる刺激に対して反応を示さなくなってしまう不思議な病気。今その症状を持った患者が世界の各地で次々と現れてるみたいなんです。
なあ、ちょっと待ってくれ。その病気とさっきの話、なんか関係があるのか？
順平くんならわかるんじゃないですか。
え？
危機ですよ。今人類には未曾有の危機が訪れようとしています。そのことを察知して患者たちは。
レブリーシンドローム。
知ってんのかよ、カルロス。
ああ、まあな。
Well, that's it for the conversations. Time to vote again. I believe the dog came from this particular group, I think. 1307.
何の音だ?
It's a dog, isn't it? Hey, there's the dog.
ガブ!
That's so funny
一
that...
体どこから？
Wait, why did the dog...
どうやらこの通気口から出てきたらしい。
もしかして地上に繋がってるのか？
あ、いえ、それはないと思います。繋がってたら核シェルターの意味をなさないですし。
ってことは別の区画から？
暗くて何も見えないが、確かこの向こうは旧区画だったよな。
I guess, yeah.
茜、お前なら入れるんじゃないか？
いいですよ。
ケーキばっかり食ってるからだ。
Oh, come
あ、
on.
そうだ。順平くんの腕を切断しましょう。そうすれば入れるんじゃないんですか？
When did they get so...
おーいミラーエリック
I'm so confused. Why have these two
返事
gone
は
so...
なしか。
Okay, well, I'll talk after we're done here, I guess, but... Why are these two
Gabi.
so
お前も D コムからさらわれてきたのか？
なんでガブまで？
離れ離れにするのはかわいそうだったからとか。
バカな。ゼロがそんなお人よしだと思うか？
なあ、一つ思いついたことがあるんだが、これって薬を入れておくためのケースだったよな。
ええ。
It is kind of strange that they
空っ
allow
ぽです
us.
ね。
ゼロのやつ薬を抜き取ったのか？
いずれにせよ、こいつは使えると思う。ちょっと待っててくれ。
So Zero has taken meds. I forget who has the meds for this. I'm
コー
confused.
スターとペン？
バーカウンターにあったんだ。
なんか書いてありますね。
今俺が書いたんだよ。
こちらカルロス。我々 C チームは D チームに投票するので、D チームは Q チームに、Q チームは C チームに投票せよ。
なるほど。それを首輪のケースに入れてガブを通気口に放てば。
運が良ければ Q チームのところへ。
さあ、うまくいくかね。
反対か？
ま、リスクがあるわけでもねえし、やるだけやってみたらどうだ？
何を投げたんですか？
チーズだよ。
Oh.
コースターと同じだ。バーカウンターで見つけた。
ならケチャップとピクルスも放り込もうぜ。もしかしたらホットドッグになって戻ってくるかも。
I don't think he.
冗談だよ。
Oh no, he did say Jodan, which is like joke. But I don't know what the joke is. I didn't actually catch the joke properly. I was trying to hear it in Japanese to know what I can hear from Junpei.
ガブ戻ってきませんね。
投票だカルロス。さっきも言ったが棄権したら。
分かってる。
Yeah, because I was trying to catch what Junpei had to say there, but I didn't know what the joke was because I wasn't sure if he really meant ketchup and pickles as like to finish it up with hot dog. I didn't really hear those three particular keywords. Maybe I don't know what ketchup is in Japanese or pickle in Japanese, but they might have probably used like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I actually forgot if he said cheese. Actually, I wonder. I want to hear if Carlos did say cheese. Oh shoot, can I even go back?
あと5分か。
No, I'm gonna go back up. No, I can't. Yeah, it doesn't let you go further back. Okay, whatever. It only goes up to 5 lines of dialogue. That is hot garbage. I think the last game went up to like 15 or so or something like that. Like it goes pretty far back until you skip or until you get to the next scene or something like that. But unfortunately, this is not it.
あ、カルロス。一ついい考えがあるんだが。
It's a vote.
なんだよ。
お前さっきガブレターにこう書いたよな。
ガブレターって？
We choose Q.
ガブに託した手紙のことだ。我々 C チームは D チームに投票するので D チームは Q チームに Q チームは C チームに投票せよ。
ああ。だったらなんだ？
カルロス Q チームに投票するんだ。
何言ってるんですか順平君。そんなことしたら Q チームが2票になって。
当然 Q チームはアウトだ。もっともガブレターが D チームの元に届いててなおかつこちらの指示通りにダイアナが投票してくれたらの話だが、いいかカルロス、よく考えてくれ。誰か6人が死なない限り俺たちはこのシェルターから脱出できない。それがゼロの仕掛けてきたゲーム、ディシジョンゲームのルールなんだよ。票を分散させたところで意味はない。そんなことをしても誰かが死ぬのを先延ばしにするだけだ。
順平君。
投票の締め切りまであと3分です。
さあカルロス、Q チームに投票しろ。
ダメですカルロスさん。
Spaces. Oh no, we're doing the whole black and white negative color thing. Yeah, the negative color. Decision to make. Alright. We'll make this decision before we end the episode, obviously. I did speak more than I should have, so the scene went on longer than it should have. I will probably stick with the original plan. I'm thinking about it, and I think I want to do the whole balancing plan thing, so we'll probably do the circulatory vote. So we'll vote for Team D, I believe it was, and then Team D already chose Team C. Oh wait, did we choose Team C or did we choose Team Q? I don't remember what we chose. Shoot! I forgot what we chose. What did we choose? What did I choose? I'm trying to remember. What the heck is this? Quests? There's quests here? Why is there quests? Is this like side quests? I'm so confused. I am getting ahead of myself a little bit. I'm a little sad that they didn't choose to give us keyboard controls. Yeah, no, this is kind of weird. Yeah, this is a really bad menu. I really think that they went late. I won't say they go. I don't want to say it, but I feel like the devs were a little bit like unintuitive thinking. Like they're not thinking about how unintuitive this is for keyboard mouse players like myself right now. But yeah, let me see the flow here. Not the fragment, the global flow. Who did I choose? Q. Okay. So we did choose Q. Okay. So then yeah, we would choose. Essentially, we'd choose C, and then Q would choose D. So it would be like the circulatory vote. So no one actually got the 2 votes. So I want to see if that leads to an ending, or if everyone loses 1, because that means that it kills at least 1 person per team. Minus the leader, because I think that the leader is probably the leader will probably be the one who escapes death, I think, at that point. But I think that this is a weird. So far, I say closing out on this episode here. I think so far, Junpei is like very different than what he was. I mean, I think maybe this might take place probably a couple years, like maybe 5 to 10 years after escaping 999 or something like that. But it's so strange because Junpei is so like I don't know, like pessimistic, almost borderline antagonistic a little bit, but at the same time he's just like he's not the same Junpei from 999. He's not the same Junpei from Virtue's Last Reward. He's kind of like a different kind of Junpei altogether, which is kind of bothering me a lot and leading me to believe that this might not even be Junpei, but somebody who's just taking his name because of how different he is. But I'm not sure. It's so weird. It's such a very weird character so far. And what I mentioned earlier, Kane and Junpei feels more like they are like against each other a little bit, I guess. Like when we first met the 2 of them, they were very lovey-dovey about each other, but now it's like they don't look like they even love each other. It just looks like they're like this some sort of platonic or this platonic friendship, or like this friendship that's like really kind of like punching each other every once in a while kind of feeling. Like not literally punching each other, but like kind of jabbing at each other for like jokes, or jabbing each other for something. Like I feel like the writing's so inconsistent with the other 2 games that I feel like this 3rd game is just so out of the ballpark. Sigma and Phi, on the other hand, still remains the same, which is fine. I prefer that. They are the ones who technically are jokey about each other. But these 2 should not be as jokey. They should have been like a bit more like I mean if Junpei was written a bit more like serious, like he's the serious tone, and Akane was a bit more on the nicer tone, like the angel and devil on the shoulder kind of feeling, I think that would have been more appropriate. But I feel like it leans farther from him, Junpei being like the devil character, to being more like the very like pessimistic style person that I tend to see within myself in a weird way. I do see that in myself a little bit, but alright. Here goes nothing. We're choosing Team D. We're doing circulatory. We're gonna do the circulatory deal. I should totally choose Q to eliminate Q, but I will keep that as a future episode from now. Akane's tired.
カルロスさん、ヒヤヒヤさせないでくださいよ。
What will Junpei say?
茜、言っとくが、
See what?
D チームに投票したからといって、票がばらけるとは限らないんだからな。ガブレターが他の2チームに届いてるかどうかは不明だし、仮に届いてたとしても、俺たちの指示通りに票を投じてくれたかどうかは分からない。現段階で考えられる可能性は2つ。D チームの3人が処刑されるか、
俺たち C チームが殺されるからな。
You voted.
さて、これにて90分の活動時間を終えたことになる。
Alright.
次のゲームに備えてぐっすりと眠るといい。もっとも票を2票集めたチームが次のゲームに参加することはないが、最後に一つ、君たちは私の指示通りに投票を行ってくれた。そのことに対して褒美をやろう。今回は例外的に記憶消去薬を打たないでおく。したがって次に目覚めた時、生き残った者たちは自らの決断を悔いることになるだろう。
Okay.
君たちの一票がいずれか1チームの全員を殺したことになるのだから。では、良い夢を。
So you're saying each character is gonna lose memory of this whole interaction again? This is so weird if that's true. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we're back to team choosing again, and that's the final team we need to do. Alright, this will be it for now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode or another video of mine. So hope you guys have a great, amazing day, week, night, or whenever you're watching this. Are we really seriously only have 3 slots? I just realized. Yeah, we only got 3 slots this time. I think the last series, Virtuous Last Reward, gave us like 15 or 30 or something like that. Here it's like just 3. I'm gonna have to be very tricky about this because it means that I have to make sure I do video editing and stuff quickly, so just in case if I have to rewind something. I mean, honestly, the rewind wouldn't be too bad. I mean, we can revisit some of the scenes anyways, but for me, I feel like the blind playthrough would be a lot more harder to handle sometimes, but besides the point. Anyways, thank you guys for watching anyways. Next episode, let's go into Q Team. And we'll close out that episode 3 with this Q Team. Because I think the whole dialogue is going to take me the whole darn episode. I'm really missing the puzzle game element of this game. But I guess we have to live with how stupid this is right now. Where it's just, cover every team first. And then we'll decide which puzzle you get to do. I'm like, just give me the puzzle, damn it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Roz, out.